Black and white movies are really good. I think we should bring them back. Welcome back everyone to the channel. Today we are going to talk about Eyes Without a Face, the 1960 classic, the French classic. This movie is awesome. I love this movie. I actually did not expect to like this movie as much as I was thinking. Like I didn't expect to like this movie as much as I thought. Going into this movie, I was like, I heard about it a couple times throughout YouTube. This is just a really fun movie. It's kind of creepy. Check it out. And I was like, all right, sure. But oh my gosh, this movie is really good. The premise of this movie is you have a doctor who is cutting the skin off faces of women for his own daughter because her face is destroyed. And he was successful once because his assistant had it, and that's why she wears very tight pearls around her neck. And at the beginning of the movie, you see him bury a body that could be his daughter because his daughter is hideous and no one knows what happened to her. So in the movie, they fake her death. And I do like this movie a lot. The best part about this movie is it does the show and not tell. You don't have a lot of dialogue in this movie, but when the dialogue is there, it's impactful. It's very important in this movie, and I love it. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and you just feel bad for the main character. You do. You truly feel bad for Louise because she feels so ugly, and when she got her new skin, the assistant will go out and find a pretty girl that looks with the same hair and same eyes as Louise. And what she does is bring him back to the house and say, yeah, we're gonna have you work for us. And then the doctor knocks her out and then they skin her. And it's so dark for a 1960s film. And it shows a lot more gore, I guess, for a 60s film. Like, I get it, there's a lot of movies in the 60s that are kind of gory. I feel like the 70s was where it really started picking up. But this, it's not like, oh my god, this is so gross. It just shows like her face getting cut. But it doesn't show much after that. I just love this movie. Oh my gosh, this movie is so good. Like I said, the amount of just showing us and not telling us anything is so powerful. Like, there's parts where Louise is down in like the cellar part of this house, like this hidden room where the doctor leaves the women there. And what happens is she goes to another part where all these dogs are at because the doctor tests these dogs constantly. And she, just for a few moments, it doesn't take long, it only takes like 2 minutes of the whole movie of her just being nice and kind to these animals that are getting abused. And I just was like, at first I was like, oh wow, wonder why. And then you start thinking more about it. You're like, oh my gosh, he's like testing these animals for all kinds of things. And then later on, that's what happens. The doctor starts testing on a dog. And the daughter is like, I don't want to be like these animals that my father wants to test me. It's just like, wow, it's so good. And just blows my mind because we watch a lot of movies nowadays that tell us everything and not just show us because they think the audience is like dumb. I swear, it's just like, bro, how about you just don't do this? And in this movie, they don't have to do any of that because you yourself like just are so invested. You understand what's going on in this movie. I love it. The cops finally start figuring out what's going on. There's like a missing person thing and a lot of women are talking about it. And so the cops get a woman to go. She dyes her hair blonde to get captured. She was about to get her face cut because she falls in the trap and the police are like, oh, all right, well, she's gone. Like, it kind of blows my mind how idiotic cops are. Because I've been listening to a lot of serial killer, like, mystery stuff from like the 60s and the 70s and even in the 80s. It just blows my mind of how these killers could get away with things because just the evidence and stuff just was never there for police officers. So in my head, I always thought like, oh, police are just so dumb. But it's like, they weren't dumb. It's just, we didn't have the technology or anything. Like DNA, you couldn't even do DNA testing until now, which just blows my mind. But in this movie, the ending is just so beautiful because Louise saves the girl who was getting her face cut, and Louise frees everything. Frees the dogs, and the dogs kill the father at the end. Satisfying. Oh my gosh, this movie is awesome. I think I gave it on Letterboxd like a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5. I can't remember. But right now, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. This movie is awesome. Would I recommend it to people? Absolutely. Yes, you have to read the subtitles. Whoopie-doo. But oh my gosh, you barely have to read anything. I'm not kidding, but if I had to like tell you, I think this is an hour and a half long movie. If I had to compress all the dialogue, I would say probably like 15 minutes of this movie, it feels like, is all the dialogue. 15 minutes worth of the movie. The rest is just more of just showing you everything. And holy crap, this movie is great. I loved it. The acting's awesome. Just the gothic atmosphere of it. Man, we need to bring back black and white movies. They are so awesome. I am a goober for some black and white movies. I know it's old school, but I think some movies can really benefit from black and white, like The Lighthouse did from Robert Eggers. But yes, regardless though, Eyes Without a Face, 5 out of 5 would recommend. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate what you guys think about Eyes Without a Face. Have you ever seen this movie? How do you feel about black and white movies? Let me know down below for both. Did you like this movie as well? Let me know. And of course, make sure you guys stay safe, everyone.